What's up, everybody? Welcome in Seth Floyd Show. I'm your host, Seth Floyd Hansen. What a freaking roller coaster. What a grimy, ugly, horrible game, but you still found a way to get to 3-0. Impossible. I can't believe that's how this game went today. I was convinced multiple times we had lost the game, and then they just kept fighting back, and it was incredible. Not to mention, guys, I don't know if any of my listeners out there, any of my subscribers are in the North Texas area. The most behemoth hailstorm of all hailstorms hit my home and cut my power out during the last drive of them getting into field goal range. So I'm scrambling, trying to get my phone up. There's like golf ball size hail hitting my house, breaking my windows. That's not an exaggeration. My kitchen window broke in the middle of all this. I was able to get my phone up in time to see the Christian McCaffrey screen pass and then the Eddie De Niro field goal to win it. So it has been crazy. My power is finally back on, so I'm recording this now. It's like almost 9 o'clock my time. But anyway, who cares about that? 49ers freaking got it done. And that was incredible. Like, I think it goes without saying. I've said this before, and I'll say it about this game too. The 49ers lose that game last year. In fact, if this was the 2024 49ers, that same team, same energy, same whatever, same coaching staff, whatever, there's a good chance you're 0-3. You're probably maybe 1-2 if you beat the Saints, but there's a good chance you're 0-3 and you lose all three of those games. Like, this is probably the grittiest team Kyle Shanahan has ever had. The 2019 team was pretty gritty. They showed a lot of, toughness and refused to quit, but not like what we've seen so far. The 2023 team I didn't think was very gritty. You saw it in the 3-game losing streak they had. In the playoffs they made comebacks, but man, in the playoffs they played terrible defense and then scrambled to get back in it. To me, this just feels like the grittiest team. It's only 3 games, and it certainly helps that Robert Saleh is back. But man, what a freaking performance! Pause, Josh, real quick. I'm psyching myself out that I didn't hit record, but I did. Okay. So I got the score wrong, but it ended how I predicted right. An Eddie De Niro, and that's his name now, Eddie De Niro, Eddie Money De Niro field goal from 35 yards. Incredible, okay? Incredible. But the play of the game, everyone has to agree. Upton freaking Stout. Play of the game on the drive before, on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 7, whatever. I think it was 3rd and 5. Wilson he caught that ball. He has it in his hands. I'm sitting there, the hail is going on in my house, and my kids are kind of scared, so I'm getting ready to turn it off because I'm like, I just think they're going to lose. They just have to get a first down to win the game. And he gets the ball, he goes down with it, and I said out loud, I was like, there it is, that's the game. And then all of a sudden, Upton Stout rips it out. That is the most heady, a veteran kind of play, and he's only a rookie. It's only his 3rd game. That is incredible. And that's coaching, yes. That is culture. That is not quitting. That is something they've talked about on that defense, that you always fight to the very end with the ball. He literally saved the game as a rookie. Just incredible. I hope he got a game ball. Incredible. And that's the defense. Let's start there. The defense. First, can we all just say massive prayers for Nick Bosa? I know Kyle Shanahan said they think the initial test said he avoided an ACL injury, but they can't be sure, and we just won't know more till tomorrow, which is are you kidding me? I say, they've got to be the most cursed team in the NFL. They found ways to win. It's incredible, but most cursed team in the NFL. And it didn't, I don't know, it was a non-contact, the way I don't know. Hopefully he just sprained something and he's going to miss some time, it feels like. He's going to miss 2 or 3, 4 games. Maybe he goes on IR, but I guess as long as he doesn't tear his ACL, we should be okay. But gosh, man, just can't get any luck. But that defense looks incredible. Mykel Williams looks incredible. I feel like every play he was having an impact. He was killing double teams, killing in the run game. He was getting pressure in the pass game. I know he didn't get any sacks, but he is all over the field. His presence is known every single play, it feels like. It feels like a home run draft pick. I mean, it's still way too early. He's only played 3 games. But after a shaky first game, He looks the part. He is exactly what this team needed. 10 out of 10 draft pick, it feels like. Felt like Alfred Collins and CJ West made some big impacts too. I felt like I saw their names. Bryce Huff, that trade, like especially if Nick's going to miss some time, incredible trade. He's making his presence known. He had the sack at the end of the first half. Like, incredible. Fred doing Fred Warner things, big pass breakups. D. Winters made some good plays, like some good stuff. Some good stuff from that defense, the Robert Saleh effect. Just incredible. So you just feel like the floor of this team just raises significantly because the defense is just going to give you a chance. It's going to give you a chance. And they're playing at an incredible level. Seattle, like that offense, I mean, looked incredible today against the Saints. Wasn't humming week one, but maybe that's part of the Niners. Just shut them down. I don't know. It's still early to tell how good Seattle's offense really will be. The Saints offense, not great. They still gave up 21 points, but they made enough plays. And then today, just absolutely shutting down Kyler Murray, it felt like. Had one bad drive where they gave up the touchdown. But other than that, they dominated. And can they keep this going? I mean, you just feel good. And you feel good because look at the quarterbacks they have to play. Like, just look at the list of quarterbacks. I mean, Kyler, I feel like I'm off center. Kyler gives him issues because he can run, and he killed you a couple times on third down. Killed you with his legs a few times. So you don't ever just shut that out completely when you play like Kyler or Lamar Jackson with their legs. Like, you're going to give that up, but can you just limit it? And they did. 6 points out into the fourth quarter. Like, you'd held them basically. It was incredible. Really excited about that. Hopefully Nick, it's just bittersweet. Just like, can Nick be okay? Is it just like a sprain? Even if he misses 4 games in his back, like fine, that's fine. Just like, did we avoid a catastrophic season-ending kind of thing? So pumped for the defense. I'm just ecstatic. Trying to think. Feel bad for James Conner, my boy. Like I said in my last video, if he didn't play for the Cardinals, I would be, he'd be one of my favorite players. Looked like he broke his ankle. I think I got a note before I turned on the video to record that his season's done, which I think we all kind of thought. That's heartbreaking, but they really shut him down. Like, they had a couple miscues in the secondary. Marvin Harrison had one he dropped, and then they ran the same play drive later on the drive they scored, and that was a big play for him. But other than that, man, they're going to make mistakes. Like, they're so young on defense. They're so young at safety. Okay, you've got Sigel and Pinnock, who Pinnock has started a ton of games. Getting Malik Mustafa back will be huge eventually. But just love the defense. Love the defense right now. Just can't say enough about it. Hopefully we get good news about Bosa. The offense, I mean, your boy, return of the Mac, I got it done. I mean, he threw that pick. Like, he is Mac Jones. He's gonna if Purdy's gonna throw a pick or two, he's gonna do it as well. He's gonna lay an egg every now and then. And he didn't lay an egg today. He made some big time throws. I think the Cardinals defense is pretty good, but look at, and they didn't even have some corners in, but there's only so much you can do when you don't have, I mean, you didn't have Brock Purdy, no George Kittle, still no Ayuk, no Juwan Jennings. Okay, you're banged up on the offensive line a little bit. You have Connor Colby in there, only his first ever start. Sorry, my head's all itchy. First ever start, and I don't think he played as well this week as he did last week, gave up a few pressures, but they just grinding it out. You didn't have your top 2 receivers. I think Pearsall, I mean, you could tell me, and we'll get to Pearsall in a second. You could tell me Pearsall's the number 2 now ahead of Jennings. I'd be fine with that. But you basically went in with Pearsall and Kendrick Bourne, who's been on the team for 2 weeks now. Jake Tonjes, who actually had a good catch on the last drive. Luke Farrell, maybe it was Luke Farrell on the last drive. They're the same person to me. I don't know how I can't separate them. And Mac Jones got it done. Who cares how bad that offense looked today? Because they got it done. They got to win. And you had all these guys out. You have all these guys out. And Cardinals fans, I feel for you. That sucks. It sucks to be in the situation you were in. 3 corners were missing today. Your left tackle didn't play. All that sucks. But you're still not more injured than we are. Our starting quarterback didn't play. Our all-pro tight end didn't play. Our wide receiver still ACL injury. Our best receiver from last year was out. Nick Bosa is all-pro defensive end, got hurt in the first quarter, and we still found a way to win. So I feel for you. I feel for you, Cardinals fans. That sucks. We were injured too, and our starting quarterback was out. I don't want to hear anything. Our starting quarterback was out. I don't care that I know you all are down on Purdy. Mac Jones is not Brock Purdy. Calais Campbell, your boy, said it himself. He's like, yeah, I'd rather play Mac Jones than Brock Purdy, no question. So looking forward, like, am I missing? Like, Christian looked good. He's taking a lot of shots, but he keeps getting back up. Mac Jones to Ricky Pearsall. I mean, what would we do without Ricky Pearsall, who is a certifiable freaking stud? He is. I don't think anyone will ever really consider him a true one. He's going to be kind of like a Brandon Ayuk, even though they're stylistically they're pretty different. He's just not going to be as physically imposing as like true. Like when you think of number one, you're thinking of like Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, like A.J. Brown. You're thinking of these guys. Man, my voice cracked. That was embarrassing. You're thinking of these guys that are physically imposing. And Pearsall isn't that. He's a smaller guy, but he just gets open, man. He gets open, and he is where he's supposed to be at the right time. And when you, in a few weeks, when Ayuk gets back, my guess is Ayuk is back for the Tampa game, you're going to have a plethora. You're going to, all of a sudden, your receiver room is going to be like a strength if guys are healthy. You're about to have Brandon Ayuk, Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, Demarcus Robinson. We didn't have Demarcus Robinson today, finished his 3-game suspension, and we went 3-0. If you had told me this was going to be the roster through the first 3 games, that Purdy was going to miss 2 games, Jennings was going to miss a game, Kittle was going to be out since week 1, basically, and we played in like the first quarter, like, and we would be 3-0, I never would have believed it. Never would have believed it. Just incredible. Just incredible. But you're about to have, I mean, let's just look at the Jacksonville game. The Jacksonville game, you're going to have Pearsall. Jennings should be back. I think that's why he sat today, is to make sure he's ready to go. Demarcus Robinson's going to be back, and you're going to get Brock Purdy back. Like, incredible. Your offense is going to look much better next week against a Jaguars team that I don't care that they beat Houston today. That was the ugliest game. Trevor Lawrence looks crazy inaccurate. Like, unless they find something between, and they could, Liam Cohen could figure it out eventually this season, but don't let the win fool you. And I'm almost kind of happy that they won, because winning masks a lot of problems. Like, I don't know. I mean, they might hammer them still on a lot of the mistakes, but there's always an air of like, it's fine, we won, but let's try to clean this up. Versus if you lose and you're 1-2, you just, the vibe in the room is different, and guys just are more attentive. And anyway, both teams look terrible. C.J. Stroud looked bad. Trevor Lawrence does not look good. Doesn't look accurate. I'm not saying he can't make a play here or there, but he looks inaccurate. A couple of terrible interceptions. At least I saw 1 interception. I thought he threw 2. I saw 1 egregious interception late in the game. If Nico Collins doesn't fumble that football, the Jaguars lose. And they got to come all the way to San Francisco next week. Anyway, all I'm saying is you're getting all these dudes back. Demarcus Robinson being back, Pearsall, Jennings, Robinson, and Kendrick Bourne, all 4 being at your disposal with Brock Purdy, even though you still don't have Kittle, that is a great recipe. That is going to be, it's going to look night and day different. The offense hasn't scored much these last few weeks, and we scored 26 last week. Scored 17 week 1, only 16 this week. Like, it's going to look a lot different when all those guys are back and can practice this week and all of that. I guess we'll have to see the reports, but I'm assuming they're all going to be back. Sorry, my brain I'm so scatterbrained. Like, what an incredible game. I can't believe they won this game. 3-0, Rams lost. You're at the top of the division right now. I know it's only 3 games in, but you feel good. You feel good about going into next week to get to 4-0. And then after that, man, you kind of start this 4-game run, which we'll get back to. But I mean, in my can they get to 10 wins video, I highlighted that 4-game stretch. I mean, okay, the Rams lost today. They were up big on Philly, and they let it slip away. The Rams are still the best team on your schedule. That seems pretty apparent. The Bucs are like fine. They're good. They're good. They almost lost to the Jets at home. I mean, look at their wins. They barely beat the Falcons week 1 in overtime, who looked terrible. The Falcons lost 30-0 to the Panthers today. Okay, their other win was against an 0-3 Houston team. That looks bad. So I think Tampa's good. I think Tampa's going to win that division, but they are not a Super Bowl contender unless they kind of figure some stuff out. But as of right now, they're not a Super Bowl contender. And anyone's coming at me like, I don't think the Niners are a Super Bowl contender. Part of that's because no one's healthy. So how can I even give him that benefit of the doubt? But, like, Tampa doesn't look great. Atlanta lost 30-0 to Carolina today, to the Carolina freaking Panthers. So I still hesitate to automatically chalk that up as a W, but man, if we lose that game, I'm going to be disappointed. And as of right now, same with Houston. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt to Houston that they can figure, not that I think they're going to like make the playoffs or anything, because I don't anymore, but that they will play better because I believe in D'Amico Ryans, and I think CJ Stroud's like a great talent, and he's shown it at least. So like I still know, and you're playing that game on the road, but you're playing Atlanta at home against Michael Penix Jr., who, I mean, he's had some decent moments, but he's never put it together over a long stretch. And man, they looked bad today. They looked incapable against a terrible team today. So anyway, you feel great if you're a 49ers fan. Special teams looks fine. They gave up kind of a longer return at one point, but they didn't make any huge mistakes. Morstead, great punter, pinning them deep. Sky Moore catching the ball, love it. And then Eddie De Niro made all his kicks today. I thought he was going to miss that first field goal. It looked the way that thing was the trajectory on it looked like it was going to be. He made it. And then he was icing his veins on the last kick. Just incredible. Can special teams just be ranked 15 or 16 in the league? Can they just be average? And can the defense keep playing well, even if they don't play as lights out as they have? Can they play well? Because I'm assuming the offense is going to pick it up a bunch this week. They need to get it right this week. You're going to have a bunch of guys back for Jacksonville. And then you're going to get short week on the road in LA to the Rams, which is still an uphill battle. But this would be a great game to kind of shake off the cobwebs for Demarcus Robinson, shake off some cobwebs for Purdy because he's been out for these last two games. And can we just get this thing rocking and rolling? I'm sorry. I'm so scatterbrained. I'm like jumping all over the place. Last appreciation, Mac Jones, signing of the year for free agency for the Niners. One of the best free agency signings we've made in forever. Okay. He starts 2 games early in his season with the Niners and goes 2-0. Gritty. They said he aggravated that PCL injury that I didn't know he had a PCL injury in camp, but apparently he did. And you could tell it was hurting him on that last drive where we didn't score on 4th and 2 or 4th and 1 or whatever. You could tell he was hurting. And then the next drive he came out with the brace, just ice in his veins. And I feel bad for, at this point, you're like, man, I wish we were taking Mac Jones over Trey Lance. Because Mac is made of the right stuff. I don't know. I don't think he's not Purdy. He's not as mobile. He's probably not as good of a processor as Purdy, but the dude is tough as nails. He is tough as nails. PCL injury, doesn't come out, keeps playing. 4th and 2, ice in my boy's veins, over the top to Pearsall. Just Pearsall hitting him in the face mask and still coming down with it. And then them having the wherewithal to get on the line and snap it real quick. I mean, he really caught it, but to snap it before anyone could challenge, just ice in his veins, dude. So the Mac Jones, my fandom for Mac Jones couldn't be higher. I don't want him starting every game for us, but my boy coming in when he's had time to prepare, tough as nails, and getting my team a victory, that, he deserves it, man. He deserves the praise. He deserves to get a shot to be a starting quarterback at some point again in his career, because you can see when he's coached well, and I think Shanahan's offense is top of the top, he can win you games if he's coached well, which he had a defensive coordinator for his offensive coach in New England, and then Jacksonville was a train wreck. They were a train wreck last year with Doug Peterson. So Purdy's the guy. I don't want Mac Jones to take over, but I love having Mac on our team. Seems like a great locker room guy, and he provided us 2-0, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I'll forgive him for his interception. When I thought that was it. I was nail in the coffin, felt bad, but anyway. Oh, also, okay, last thing, and then I'm done. Sorry. The safety, what are we? Come on, referees, that needs to be reviewable. I understand. I know why they called it. That said the holding call on Pooney was in the end zone. He holds him immediately at the line of scrimmage. And then as he's going into the end zone, he kind of taps him on the hip and then lets go because he's like, oh, crap, I don't want to get a penalty. In no world did he impede his progress. He tapped his hip, and they just threw it. And I think the guy I'm annoyed because I think the guy saw the hold initially and threw the flag. And while he was throwing the flag was when Pooney like tapped him on the hip, and he just decided, I'm going to say it was in the end zone. I'm just annoyed because I felt like there was clear, like you have to be ticky-tacky like where that was. You can't just, anyway, just felt like a cheap, I don't know, whatever. We won, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What a terrible way to have lost, though. If you lost that game that way, it would have sucked. So anyway, that's what I got. I'm just like, I'm in awe. I can't believe that this is my life. That the LeBron meme. I can't believe this is my life. 3-0, great opportunity to go to 4-0. You're getting some dudes back this week. Purdy and Jennings and Demarcus Robinson, it feels like. Prayers up for Nick Bosa. Eddie De Niro, you're the man. Thank you for hitting your kicks. Upton Stout, game ball. You were the reason we won that game. If you're going to define a single play outside of the field goal, the walk-off, it is the Upton Stout pass defended on that third down. Just incredible. Great team win. Great gritty win. I love how gritty this team is. And let's keep it rolling. I'll get it back at you this week. If you're still here, you haven't yet, hit subscribe. Help me out. I'm at 403. You guys are awesome. 403 subscribers, trying to get to 500 before the end of the year. I'll drop another video on like Tuesday, and then I'll do a preview video for the Jacksonville game probably on Wednesday or Thursday. So anyway, that's all I got. It's good to be a Niners fan, baby. Let's go.